From Indonesia, Gregoria Mariska Tunjung, and her opponent from USA, Beiwen Zhang.
So the two protagonists are out on court in what could be a fascinating match, this actually. Tunjung, I think last season was one of the most improved players on the women's circuit, no question about it. And Beiwen Zhang, at the age of 33, having a kind of a second wind in her career. 4-2 on the head-to-head. Tunjung has won the last two, most recently semi-final of the Japan Masters, the back end of last year. Tunjung's current ranking of 7th is her best ever. 24 years of age. She was an international at 14. They do start young these days, don't they? World Junior Champion in a day as well. That was back in 2017. But last year was an absolute beauty for her. She won the Japan Masters, a Super 500. She beat Chen Yufei in the final. And then she beat Sindhu in the final of the Spain Masters, which was a Super 300. But it wasn't just the victories, although they're obviously hugely important, but the way that she played last year looked like she was on a different level, having watched her in previous seasons. Very easy victory over Yeo Min in the first round in just half an hour. Suspect it might be a little trickier today against the 33-year-old Beiwen Zhang. And I said in my introduction, Zhang is 9 years older than her opponent, but she just has an unquenchable love for the sport. And last year, she won the Australia Open, it's a Super 500, she won the Hilo Open, and she won the Pan Am Games gold as well in Santiago. And she's almost as high as her best ever ranking, and that was 7 years ago. So it tells you a lot about, A, how fit she keeps herself, and also the fact she just loves the game. Nina Karlsfeld sent packing in 42 minutes in the first round by Beiwen Zhang. Got to have a lot of respect, Chris, for a player who, the age of 33, and I don't want to harp on about it because it's rude to mention a woman's age, but the love of the game that she has, the fitness levels that she has, and the results that she produced last season, hugely impressive.
Yeah, very, very impressive, and she's managing to do it in a part of the world that isn't renowned for having the highest level badminton players over in America. I think there's a massive change now happening, and it could be, partly down to Beiwen Zhang. She's one of the players that's maybe revolutionised the game over there. But it's amazing what she is doing, especially singles at this age. It is very, very, very physical lady singles now, and she's keeping herself in fantastic shape.
Yeah, born in China, she moved to Singapore when she was 13 and then to the US 10 years after that. She's based in Las Vegas in Nevada.
Ladies and gentlemen, wipe the court, please.
I don't know if you saw much of Tunjung last season, Chris, but every time I watched her play, there were quite a few occasions, she looked on a higher level than anything I'd seen from her previously.
Yeah, I would totally agree, and I would say, it all came to this kind of magical moment when she played the Japan Masters, and she just got better and better, and in that final, massive underdog against Chen Yufei, she played so well. It was the best match I've ever seen her play.
Left, Beiwen Zhang, USA. Gregoria Mariska Tunjung to serve. Love play.
So here we go then, Tunjung at the near end. So you look. And starts as she means to go on.
Yeah, I think Tunjung, she kind of got better and better throughout of 2023. 2024 has just been a little bit of a slow start for her compared to how she ended last year. Really aggressive start from both players.
Service over. 1 all. Two, 1.
Yeah, both naturally attacking players. So I'm not sure how many lengthy rallies we're going to witness here, but I still think this is a fascinating match between these two. Just pulled it.
Yeah, a few cheap mistakes at the start now from Tunjung. I do think it's definitely warmer in here than normal, and the conditions are definitely quicker than a normal kind of stereotypical All England. That's why it's imperative to get the attack. You want to be the player hitting in a downward direction when the conditions are a bit faster.
Service over. 5-2.
Yeah, that clear battle didn't last very long.
3-5.
I think either of them want to get too involved with that kind of tactic. I'd much rather go on the front foot. Beautiful.
Showing that it's so important to have accuracy on your attack when the conditions are, they're not fast, but when they're a little bit quicker. Get that opening, you take your chance.
Well, it's punch and counter punch at the moment.
4-6.
I mean, that was incredible accuracy from Tunjung. It didn't have to be quite that accurate because Beiwen was in all sorts of trouble.
Service over. 7-4.
The other thing to mention about Beiwen Zhang is obviously, as you get older, injuries often happen, and she had that really badly timed Achilles tendon tear. And when you get older, it's often much harder to come back from these serious. I mean, that's a serious injury. It's not a niggle or anything like that. It's such a major injury, and she's done so well to find form again after the recovery. Well, obviously the operation, then the big recovery, and you know, to get back to this level, it really, really is impressive. To 10 in the world.
Yeah, just 3 spots between these two.
6-8.
Took a few times now. Beiwen Zhang, she's just slipped slightly. You can see that Achilles just taped up.
Just wide of the sideline from Tunjung.
Service over. 9-6.
We've barely had a rally so far. Both players been taking the game on. No passive badminton at all.
10-6.
It's good.
Service over. 7-10.
We had 17 points in around 5 minutes. This is incredibly quick.
Yeah, as I say, I mean, they're both offensive, they're both attacking. They know that's the best chance of winning the match, I reckon.
8, 10.
Yeah, no one's really moving the shuttle round as in waiting for the opening. It's as soon as you get that half chance, they're just going for it.
So it'll be a 3-point lead for Beiwen Zhang as they go for the mid-game break.
Setengah kan ngasih bolanya, Kak. Dalam enggak.
Tapi rata.
Dia ngejagain, dia mancing gitu. Saya serang, dia udah ngejagain nih, Kak.
Kalau begitu kami ikutin dulu aja. Kita nggak bisa posisi nggak enak, nggak bisa matiin. Jangan naik lagi. Kita lagi banyak mereka lapang aja.
Service over. 9, 11.
I would say the way the game started, just because both players are being so aggressive and taking the game on, neither one has really settled, as in it's more mistakes at the moment than winning shots or opening the court up and finding the space.
Service over. 12, 9.
If the game does continue in this manner, physical side of it definitely won't come into it, because it's going to be an incredibly fast game no matter what happens.
Took that away with real
Service
aplomb.
over. 10, 12.
The last 4 shots of that rally, sorry, were like sublime.
Service over.
That's a great pickup, got neck cord back, and then on the floor, incredible, those last 3 shots. And even the reverse slice to start it with was good. That is incredible. I don't know how Beiwen Zhang got that back.
Well, especially with that angle. Another top shot from the American.
Service over. 11, 15.
Misjudgment that time from Zhang.
12, 15.
This is the thing at the moment, Tunjung, she's really taking the game on. It's either, well, not only, but the majority of the rallies are her either winning the point or making an unforced error. It's all up to her at the moment. It's amazing how many points have been played and how quick this has gone so far. Really haven't had a rally so far yet.
9 minutes for 27 points. So 20 seconds a point. When you think about the gap between the end of a rally ending and the next one starting, it's lightning.
Service over, 14-16.
It's a challenge from Tunjung. Big margin.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over, 17-14. Service over, 15-17.
Just got too much angle on that, and all of a sudden Tunjung's within a point.
17.
Right back into it. Just looking at some of their past meetings, although they had a lot of 3 games. Often they're quite quick considering. The longest one they've had is actually only 53 minutes. And that was a 21-13, 21-18, 21-18 to Beiwen Zhang. French Open back in 2022.
Service over, 18-17.
On the line, and it's worth pointing out at 18-all that the only time Tunjung has led in this game was when it was 1-love. So it'll be a sickener for Beiwen Zhang to lose if she does.
And I think that rally there is going to prove quite important. It's the first time for me there was an actual rally, you know, and it's one of the two is going to settle down from it. And I do think there's a good chance that Tunjung could just settle. She's the one that won it. She ended with a fantastically placed shot. Now this is the key part of the game.
Well, where did that come from Beiwen Zhang? Wasn't that short, but she fairly murdered it.
18.
Yeah, really well worked rally. Read it on balance, but there we go. We've had 2 rallies. The game's now totally changing.
Nice change up from Tunjung.
Service over, 19-all.
So here is a game point for Tunjung. It's only the second time she's been in front in this opening game.
19.
Can she find a way to finish it here?
This is the integral part. It's not necessarily how you start a match. The integral part is how you end the game, sorry.
Misjudgment. Well, she's going to challenge. I mean, she may as well, I guess, but I'm not sure there's a lot of confidence behind it. Oh, it was long. It was long. And she takes the opening game, 21-19. How big could that moment be?
Makin bagus nih ya. Kalau tadi awal-awal mainnya deket-deket gitu. Nah dia ngetek aja tuh, ngetek tipis aja. Ya lariin kiri kanan. Kalau ada jantung cepetin aja. Cepetin tuh boleh dicepetin, kalau dia masuk dicepetin dilewatin boleh. Oke? Yang dari sekarang ke satu lewatin sambungannya baca. Oke, lariin terus lari terus main agak panjang-panjang sedikit nggak apa-apa.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Set game. Bravo. Play. Gregoria Mariska Tunjung's challenges called in.
Another challenge here, very similar position to the one that ended the first game.
Just caught a piece of it.
Challenge unsuccessful.
More example of some brilliant line calls. Been some impressive ones this week. That was one of the best.
Service over. 1.
Just while we're in the early stage of this game, Chris, we talked a lot over the last few days about Olympic qualification, and there's a point system. For those that maybe aren't aficionados, can you give us a kind of a brief overview of how it works?
Yeah, so if I keep it very simple, it's your top 10 tournaments throughout the Olympic qualifying period. And essentially it's then based upon, you have to be the highest ranked in your country if it's singles or doubles. If you're the second ranked in your country, you have to be top, for singles, 16 in the world, for doubles, top 8 in the world. So this is why you'll see men's doubles as an example. It drops down, although there's only 16 pairs that are allowed in the men's doubles tournament. I think the last pair that will be in will be ranked quite low at maybe 32 in the world, which sounds very strange considering there's only 16 entries, but it's because there's so many pairs that will get skipped or missed. And in the doubles category, there's only 4 seeds. Singles, there's 16 seeds. But this is why it's so important. This is the last big point tournament for the Olympic qualifying, and there's so many players that are challenging each other in their own country to be the second player possibly, or the first player, or to be the highest ranked, so that you actually qualify by merit, as it were.
Service over. 4-2.
And it dominates the thoughts of those involved for a long time.
Yeah, it's a really tough time because almost every player pair will be competing in some way. It could be to be seeded, so in the doubles category to stay top 4 in the world. Could be in doubles to stay top 8 in the world, so you're the second pair from your country and qualify. It could be in the singles event, you know, getting seeded as well. Or there are a lot of players that it's so tight at the moment, and this is why this tournament's even bigger than normal.
Made it. That's a great shot from Zhang.
That is over. 3-4.
Tunjung had a bad slip there. Hope it is just a case of a slight slip, nothing worse. Got a lot of strapping on that left knee. Did absolutely incredible to get the next shot. Thankfully, it seems like she's fine.
I think a beauty again from the American.
Yeah, total misjudgment there from Tunjung.
Well, it's a really good response from Zhang after the huge disappointment of losing the opening game, which she so easily could have won herself.
Service over. 5-9. Service over. 10-5. Service over. 6-10.
See, as the match is going on, Tunjung asking her coach a lot of questions, just uncertain about a few things, and see Beiwen Zhang doesn't actually have a coach to be able to ask.
7-10.
One of the difficult things from some players from certain federations don't have quite the same system. As far as I understand, in America, it's a very different system. Less of a federation, more clubs and individual players.
10.
Yeah, they have one Super 300 tournament in the States every year, the US Open, which was in Iowa last year, and this year is in Dallas.
Over. 11-8. Interval.
So Zhang with a 3-point lead, trying to force a decider here in this round of 16 singles.
play.
That's a hell of a shot.
12-8.
If this did manage to go to 3 games, I'd say it would kind of follow the traditional path when they play each other. 4 times when they played each other, it's gone to 3 games. One of the times it was only 2 games, and it was 23-21, 22-20, which couldn't be any closer. It was only the last time they played each other. The Japan Masters, where Tunjung had the tournament of her life, where it was a very, very comfortable 2-game match in the semi-final, 21-12, 21-13. I think that round the head that Tunjung took, I think that was going out.
Service over. 13-10.
That's why, one of the reasons why she was so off balance.
Service over. 11-13.
Once again, Beiwen Zhang, she's kind of dominated parts of the match. First game, she led the majority of it, ended up just losing. Second game, she's led the majority. And now this time, could Gregoria bring it back to 13-all?
Service over.
A little bit of good fortune
14,
for the
12.
Indonesian with that net cord.
Service over.
Well, it might be a repeat
13,
performance of what we saw in the first
14.
game, where Zhang looked to be in control, and then Tunjung kind of almost came from nowhere and stole it. And she's got herself on level terms again here.
14 all.
Just have a little look. See whether, yeah, it's definitely a back issue for Beiwen Zhang. She's done it a couple of times. And in an Olympic year, that's always a worry if you've got some kind of an issue like that. Well, I think the line judge, I was surprised he made a call at all, because it seemed to me she was right in his line of sight. Might have been unsighted there.
Yeah, and just going back to the back, I did see a comment that Beiwen Zhang made where she highlighted every part of her body hurt, which, you know, I think it's,
I know the feeling.
Yeah, but I think it's one of those things that sometimes you've got to hide, if you get what I mean. You don't want your opponent to know, because it gives them maybe that 2% advantage. You've got to hide some of these niggles, some of these frustrations that you have. And obviously being slightly older player, you know, 33, she's still in incredible condition, but she's going to have more niggles, but she's got to find a solution to the niggles, because she's still such a good player.
So Tunjung in front. Now she's doing some gymnastics.
Over. 15 all.
Get away with that when you're 24, not when you're 34.
Yep.
See here again, just a little slip on the mat. Thankfully, she's incredibly flexible and doesn't hurt herself. So I'm going to be honest, I would not be getting up from that.
I think they'd be carrying me off if I tried to do that. So 15 all in what's been a very short but compelling match to date. Short rallies, only on court 31 minutes, and we've almost finished the second game. And they've both been competitive. It's not like they've been runaway scorelines.
15 all. Service over. 16, 15.
Missed that by a fair way.
Service over. 16 all. Service over.
Caught that one all wrong.
17,
Beiwen there.
16.
And it does kind of have a similar feel to it that the first game had. You can see her so much. She's obviously struggling a lot with just her body. It's hard in this run up to the Olympics. So many tournaments. The hard thing for players in Olympic qualifying is you have to play these tournaments to make sure your ranking's in a good position. And someone like Beiwen, 25 tournaments are on her current ranking. So in the last 12 months, she's played 25 tournaments. So it's so hard to stay in good physical condition with the amount of training you're doing. Looking after your body in the right way.
That just crept over. But she got away with it.
Service over. 17, 18. On.
That was good. How big might it be? Right on the junction of sideline and baseline and the back line. And Zhang is hanging on by a thread here. That, though, was wide.
Service over. 19 all.
What we're going to see now, we're going to see Gregoria just go for it and take the rally on right at the beginning.
Well, full marks, Beiwen Zhang there. She really had to dig deep.
Yeah, great rally, great rally. Definitely one of the best rallies of the match so far. Great net. So tight and so much spin.
And a point to level the match here for the American. Oh, well, can't see, says the line judge.
Unsighted.
So we go to Hawkeye. This is close, I think. Don't want to call it, though. If it's clipped the line, it's 1 game all. No, well wide.
Out.
But I actually really like the line judge did that and didn't try and make a, you know, a guess.
20 all.
Sometimes it's hard to accept, you just can't see it.
Well, she judged that for perfection, Tunjung, and it's got her a match
21,
point.
20.
It's been quite a unique game in the way that Beiwen Zhang, she's been in control, she's been leading the majority of the whole match. Could Tunjung just snatch it from her?
Is that long?
Service over.
No. So
21 all.
she's still hanging in there, Beiwen Zhang. Was absolutely nailed. And a second chance
Service over. 22.
to make the quarters
21.
right here for Tunjung. She won't go away, will she?
Brilliant resistance and resilience from Beiwen Zhang. He reads it well, gets up,
Service
good
over.
body attack.
22 all.
That's the thing, body attack, when you get that short lift, so difficult for a singles player to cover the body and the full width of the court.
So, a third opportunity
Service
here
over.
to finally put Beiwen Zhang out of her misery.
22.
And as this game's gone on, especially this final bit of this second game, the quality has drastically improved.
It's been a great watch, actually, and there may yet be a sting in the tail. Match point again. That's it. Well, it was a real battle that she put up, but in the end, Tunjung was just too strong. And 24-22, the Indonesian is through to the quarterfinals. But it was a real battle between the two.
Match won by Gregoria Mariska Tunjung.
So 21-19, 24-22, 39 minutes, the official match time. Welcome back to our coverage of the All England Championships in England's second city, Birmingham. Home to nearly 2 million people. 5 universities, got its own